welcome to another episode of HNN Overtime, the Hawaii News Now Sports Podcast. We welcome you inside the HNN Digital Center.
Something's a little different.
Spooky
season.
Some things never change. Kyle Chinen here, joined as always, Cienna, Pilotin, Davis Pitner. But, like C said, it's spooky season. And if you couldn't tell, we're getting into the spirit.
Yeah.
Davis and I obviously are blind mice. I mean, we're referees. Sorry.
Yep,
I'm all for my refs. Y'all are my people, but
gotta represent now.
Gotta
Kyle.
represent.
We gotta represent.
Gotta represent. And Cienna might want
to. Here as the GOAT.
What about 87? 87 is the jersey to beat.
15?
87 is the jersey these days.
Yes.
Hey, guarantee this Halloween so many 87s out there.
It's going to be so many 87s dating like a blonde Taylor Swift girl. You know what I mean? Somebody's going to dress up as T-Swizzle.
Somebody got to check Amazon. They're probably sold out of Kelsey jerseys and blonde wigs.
Yes.
100%.
And Barbie.
And Barbie.
Yeah.
Hi, Ken.
You didn't have to throw that in.
I mean,
there,
we did that. You went there.
My intrusive thoughts won, but
that was a good movie.
Yeah,
that was a good movie.
I never got to see it, but
you didn't see it?
No, I didn't.
Both of you? All right, well,
Davis,
I'm like that guy.
Did you take your fiance, now
I did
wife?
It was actually her idea.
Was it a date night?
It was.
See?
Well,
Davis, I mean, speaking of that, I know we'll get into some fun sports stuff in a little bit, but we have big news here.
Big news. Show it off. Yeah! He put a ring on it.
Let's see if you guys can see that.
He got married.
I'm officially married.
Yeah.
I did it, guys. I did it. It is wild. We got married at Waialae Country Club 2 weeks ago.
Tell us everything.
It was crazy. It was really crazy, guys. I mean, this was something that we were Mel was planning for Mel was planning. I say like we, but I mean she really did all the work in this, and it was something that we were planning for the past year, and it went by so quickly. That whole entire day, it felt like it went by in 10 minutes.
Yeah. What was your favorite part? Did you have the most memorable?
So I love my groomsmen. My groomsmen were awesome. My brother kind of led the way. Kyle was there for the party.
I was there for the bachelor party.
All about it. It was really nice wholesome thing that I really wanted. So that was great. Probably my favorite moment, and this is going to sound really corny, but we did a first glance type thing with the photographer.
Yes.
And so I didn't see her the entire day.
Yeah.
And we went to Waialae, and they pulled us aside right over by the water. Really beautiful location. Shout out Waialae Country Club.
I'm gonna cry.
I know.
And
so beautiful.
Brought us out to the water. They had me facing this like island in the back, for like 15 minutes, right? And they're like, all right, she's gonna come up behind you and tap your shoulder, and you're gonna like turn around. The photographer, they're filming everything, and so I'm like looking out there. I'm like, all right, is she like coming yet?
Yeah.
It's been like 10 minutes.
I'm hungry.
Checking out, and all of a sudden, I saw the photographers come by and felt a tap on my shoulder, and that was probably the best kind of moment, getting to see her for the first time.
I know.
That video.
Just because I love the look so much. This is actually a sneak peek photo
goodness.
right here.
Oh, I'm so happy.
They're
That
gonna
looks
release.
beautiful.
They're
is stunning, and her dress is gorgeous. Everything's gorgeous. Davis, you look so handsome.
You are very handsome, my boy.
Thank you guys. Well,
Like,
they're
couple.
they're working on some more photos and videos. This is just a sneak peek they gave us.
That's so beautiful, dude.
It was crazy. It was awesome. Everything went perfectly. All the vendors showed up.
Nice.
And can't say much more. It was amazing.
Yeah.
And then went to Kona the next week. That was awesome. And it's been a blast. I mean,
That's
it finally
so
happened.
amazing.
We're so happy to have you back.
I'm still getting used to the ring, everyone.
I know.
Like, I'm still getting used to this.
Oh my God, I'm so happy for you too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I appreciate you guys. We did watch. So funny enough, no. So we were. It was during the reception part, and Mel and I were like at the front, and all of a sudden Emily comes running over to us, and she's like, "Guys, I'm really sorry. Like, to bug you, but you have to see this. Kyle sent this to you. And so we're at like the very front having dinner, and then we see that video of you two giving a shout out. I'm like, those are my guys.
We did that. So in context, we sent a video to Davis from the field. They got married the night that UH was playing
New Mexico.
New Mexico.
Or, excuse me.
San Diego.
San Diego State.
Yes, San
Sorry.
Diego State.
We're a couple weeks behind.
And yes. And so we sent him this video as Hawaii was leading the game. And I say, Hawaii's going to win for you, Davis. And they literally lost.
I remember sending that.
Man.
I remember sending that to our group chat, and then I was like, well, I don't know if Davis has his phone on him. So just in case, I sent it to Emily because I knew she was there, our digital producer, Emily Cristobal. And shout out to her for being the messenger.
Yes.
That it got to you guys that quick. But we'd like to, we kind of imagined that you listened to it probably during a quiet time, like during a speech with your phone to your ear, and you just hear us
out loud,
Davis!
Yeah,
during the dance,
during
the father-daughter dance with Mel. I should have just started playing it right there.
Imagine.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. So thankfully that our video didn't ruin the wedding, but unfortunately it didn't help the bows.
Hawaii has not won since.
No.
Good lead-in by me.
I know,
That
guys.
was a good transition.
That was good. I've been gone for 2 weeks. Like,
And we're taking your job.
honestly,
I know.
it seems like the same podcasts about the Bows losing, like every.
Man, Davis, this one.
That's been rough, guys. So fill me in. What?
Well, so a lot of people are talking on Twitter that this is Hawaii's worst loss under Timmy Chang.
Yeah.
I would agree. Well, at least this is the toughest one we faced in years.
Yeah, it's a really tough one to swallow, I think. You know, when you look at the San Diego State game, you know, they had opportunities and it was a close game, but at the end, a lot of people were able to kind of move on and you know, get ready and excited for this week. And man, oh man, this one kind of stings a lot of people. UH falling to New Mexico in Albuquerque, 42-21. Yeah. They were not all in this together. And they were, I mean, sorry.
Davis, what are your thoughts about High School Musical before we move on?
Kyle briefly mentioned this to me. Big fan. First one is the best.
Oh.
It's a little different than our ranking.
A little hot take.
Yeah, it's
not bad. I get it.
I'm always like for the originals.
For the OGs.
Any series, I'm kind of like for the originals. I feel like so. It's been a while. I mean, I feel like we should watch it again.
I agree with that wholeheartedly.
100%. Yep. 100% agree.
Why? What did you guys say? How did that
Kyle
even?
and I both agree that it's 2, 1, then 3.
Yeah.
All right, I agree with you guys on 3. 3 was like.
3 is the worst.
3 was the worst.
It felt like they kind of sold out. They they got the budget and they got
the budget and they swore they could make a whole IMAX picture.
Yeah.
Like that's not necessary.
No. You just really need
with that,
2 cameras and East High.
They really shot that on a camcorder and called it a day.
And it was probably the 2 best pieces of cinema of our youth.
Yeah,
of our generation.
Yeah, I can agree with that.
But what was on tape for the Bows? I mean, I don't want to get too ahead and take your job, but let's look. There you see Stephen McBride. He had 75 yards, 2 touchdowns.
Great,
but I mean, Cienna brought this up on Sunrise. One of those touchdowns came in the final minutes of the 4th quarter.
They just love to dig themselves into holes. And I mean, they normally throughout the weeks, they always get off to a late start, but this was the worst one. They let, Hawaii's defense let New Mexico score on the first 5 possessions. Like, that's just not going to do it for us.
Right.
And and then in the second half, our offense did not score until, like Kyle said, the very, very, very last seconds. We had a last-second Stephen McBride touchdown. But to not score in the second half, you're just not going to win like that.
I think one thing, too, I mean, just looking at this, stat guy, looking at the stats, too, one thing that's, like,
we missed our stat guy.
Disappointing as maybe a UH fan, but even more so as, like, an offensive lineman is the rushing game.
Yeah.
Like, I saw this stat that UH ranks they're 130 of 130 ranking the FBS teams in rushing offense, averaging 57.8 yards per game. That's
it's
last
not
place.
good.
No, it's not
No,
good.
it's hard to watch actually, especially like it makes the other team's defense that's like a walk in a park
Yeah.
to them because Shager was 33 for 52. 52 attempts is just way too many attempps.
It's insane.
And so for their defense, they knew exactly what was going to happen. He's throwing the ball to Ashlock. He's throwing the ball to McBride. And not being able to run the ball makes the offense so one-dimensional.
Yeah.
And I know that injuries have kind of plagued that running back room, but I mean, you can't be the last out there. Like, that's ridiculous.
It's just like Cienna said, so one-dimensional. And if you look at the stat sheet for Shager, he had a pretty good game, all things considered.
Has been having pretty good games.
But you see the one thing that stands out: 3 interceptions against
rare.
New Mexico is very rare. But then, like to Sienna's point, if they know they're not going to be successful in the run game and they're just going to toss it, they're in coverage.
Yeah.
They're just
They know
going
what to do, yeah.
They already know. And a lot of those were like on deep passes. I remember watching 2. They were like passes into the end zone and just picked off by the DB. So they just kind of got to get this. This game, the run game, figured out.
It really is. I mean, it comes down to that run game. I mean, teams are just going to see that, hey, these guys can just throw the ball. Let's just stay back, put everyone back there.
Yep.
I mean, it's not going to win games. And we had to give credit to Shager too. I mean, it's like UH has a quarterback.
Yep.
Like, we have the guy. I was just looking. Shager is now ranked 3rd in the nation for passing yards with 2,433 yards. That is above Sanders in Colorado.
Shadur.
No, that's crazy.
Yeah.
I mean,
It is crazy.
Shager has been playing lights out. All credit to him.
Yeah.
You just can't run the ball. And
Yeah.
I mean, things aren't looking up. I know running back Jordan Johnson just recently announced that he's leaving the team.
Transfer portal.
Yeah, and I mean, injuries again. So, I mean, I guess, is it Landon Sims? Is he our running back one?
Right now, I think it's Sims because Tylen Hines is still
out.
kind of been banged up here and there,
Yeah.
kind of day to day.
Bryant Lele as well.
I mean, but I was talking to Cienna about this kind of earlier today. This run game, a run and shoot offense run game, if you look in the past, it's not really suited for kind of those shiftier running backs. It's some of those bigger, almost like a fullback back there, just running north and south. If you look at like a Nate Ilawa or a Dayton Ferruta more recently. So like, I think hopefully with Landon Sims and Najee Bryant Lele, who are 2 bigger backs, kind of more power backs, hopefully things can look up, especially this week, because with a defense that doesn't tackle the best and gives up a lot of chunk plays. There's a guy that's coming into town this coming week for homecoming. This is gonna be a good one. Yeah, this is gonna be a good one when you have a dual threat quarterback coming to town. The defense has to be on their toes, and of course, we're talking about the San Jose State Spartans and former St. Louis and Rainbow Warrior himself, Chevan Cordeiro, coming to town with the Spartans. The Dick Tomey legacy game.
This is huge. And Chevan has faced this defense, a lot of this guys on defense almost every day at practice at one point, along with defensive coordinator Jacob Yoros. So, I mean, they know Chevan and Chevan knows them.
Yep.
So it should be a good one. The fact that what worries me, though, is the fact that San Jose is 10-point favorites and they are coming to our house. That's kind of rare, actually.
In college football, definitely.
That's huge. And I mean, it's our homecoming too, so all those play a factor, and the fact that they're still 10-point favorites is crazy.
It's so crazy.
I think this. I'm always trying to be optimistic for UH, but I'm going to be honest, guys. I'm not feeling confident about this game. I know maybe homecoming is going to bring something out of them, and I'm hoping for that. But there is one guy on their team that is going to cause huge issues, and I am talking about number 32, Kyrie Robinson for San Jose State. He's averaging 6.10 yards per carry this season. He is currently tied for 3rd in the nation for rushing touchdowns with 11. He is that yards per carry. That is 19th in the nation. He has 573 yards, and he just reached a big career moment for him. He has more than 2,000
Jeez Louise.
career rushing yards. And for a team like UH that can't
Defense,
stop
Yeah.
the run at all,
Yeah.
this is, I mean, guys, this is going to be.
a slow death. I hate
Yeah.
to,
Yeah.
I hate to say it like
It
that. 'cause
really is.
It's just like when you face a team that is a run-first team and they have guys like their own quarterback who, when the pocket collapses, would just take off.
It's just-
The Hawaii defense is just gonna each play is just gonna burn, and it's a slow burn, and that's what hurts the most. You know, and sometimes you'd rather just get killed on chunk yards, like a 70-yard downfield, you know, to a receiver, but that slow running death, man.
And it's going to be even tougher because if history repeats itself, the UH offense will stall out early in the game, 3 and outs, making the defense stay on the field longer
They're
than they have to be.
exhausted.
And like we said, by the fourth or third quarter, this defense is gassed, and you could kind of see it almost during the San Diego State game where, granted they were down Peter Manuma for a couple series, but still, they were on the field for way too long, and it started to show. Like, you could see the cracks. And I'm in the same boat as you guys as far as like this probably won't be pretty.
Yeah. I mean, it's either not going to be pretty or it's possibly going to be somewhat close. That's even hard to say, guys.
That's hard
to say.
I really hope. We all hope here, obviously. But, man, I think if we're being real, it's going to be bad.
Mm-hmm.
And I hope Hawaii's watching and proves us wrong. Like,
Prove
I
us wrong.
want to be proven wrong.
Please prove us wrong.
All right, so switching gears a little bit, leaving the football field and going indoors to the basketball court.
All right.
The NBA season just tipped off earlier this week. It's my favorite time of year because you have all the 4 major sports going on.
Oh, yeah.
So I've been booked and busy, and
No time.
no time.
Don't
to
even
waste.
try. Don't even try.
It's just the craziest time, but the most fun. And so I wanted to talk a little bit of some basketball. Now, my Lakers lost on opening night, but what also makes me feel better at night is the fact that the Warriors also lost on opening night.
I knew that was coming. Yeah, I knew that was coming.
Hey, did you see that video of Clay?
It was rough.
Clay, boating
Kayaking
himself
to the game.
It's crazy, and then, they lost anyway. But, so... Yeah, I mean, it's going to be a fun season. You saw a lot of some crazy trades. Now you guys have Chris Paul. We obviously saw Damian Lillard go to, with Giannis to Milwaukee. So I just want to ask you guys what your guys' prediction for the season is, even if it's way too early to be making any predictions.
Overreaction Fridays.
This is true.
I mean, obviously, I think the Warriors are going to win.
You're not
I mean,
gonna
that
win.
was,
You
and
need
since
Jordan Poole.
I'm in control of a lot of the video. Hey guys, look,
man.
it's Steph Curry.
Oh, man.
So
There's Devin Booker,
here we go.
guys.
This is my prediction. Warriors are going to win, and they're going to be playing the Celtics in the final. Celtics won their
not mad
first
at that.
game.
Yeah.
They look like a decent team. Jason Tatum had a very good first game. I mean, Suns, of course, they had a good game against the Warriors too.
So are you taking them to win it all, or that's just here from the West?
Yeah, are they winning the West or are they winning it all?
The Warriors?
Yeah.
Oh, they're winning it all.
Okay.
Well,
Oh yeah. Oh wait.
anyways, Kyle?
Wait.
No.
I said Celtics Warriors.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
so you're
true.
gonna
In the
take them
final,
all?
yeah.
Didn't-
They're gonna
But
win
like
it
in the
all, though.
West, the Suns are gonna have
okay.
they're gonna be an
Okay.
issue for the
Good.
Warriors.
Okay, you're
Okay,
right.
okay,
Just an
okay.
But
issue,
no.
though.
Yeah, they're gonna be a little issue, but Warriors are still gonna come on top.
Okay.
Make it to the finals.
Not Kevin Durant just being a little issue.
Oh,
Well,
Kevin
in this
Durant,
game, Booker
Devin
actually
Booker.
had like 30 points, so he was actually really good.
I mean, you guys know me, big basketball guy.
The biggest of basketball
I know the
fans.
biggest of basketball.
Sorry, I can go
guys.
off on basketball.
I know.
Kyle,
Hey.
Both of you
your
guys
thoughts.
can, and I happily let you
Take it
guys go.
away.
But I will say I saw a headline today on social media about the Chicago Bulls having a players only meeting one game into the season.
Yes, I love
That
it.
is a crazy thing to think about.
Ouch.
I mean, like, Davis, you and I know player only meetings are usually never a good sign.
It's never a good sign.
I think someone after they saw that, they made a new graphic and reposted it that said eliminated with Zach Levine's face. Like, you're done. You're not recovering from a player only meeting after week 1.
After week 1 is crazy.
It's just not a good sign.
Never
It's
a good
not
sign.
a good sign.
Never a good sign for any team in any sport. But I will say, you mentioned that acquisition in the offseason, Dame Lillard and Giannis together in Milwaukee. I think the Bucks could do something special this season.
Okay. All right.
And I'm going to test my knowledge. They are in the East, correct?
This is correct.
Yes,
Thank you.
Yes, they are.
Got him.
Got them. That's my brownie points for today. But yes, I feel like they're gonna make it out of the East, and I feel like they can make some noise in the finals. They could. I mean, let's I mean, we're super early in the season, but they have all the pieces to do it. But yeah, I think I'm attaching my wagon to the Bucks train and see where that goes.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, it's not a bad train to be on. I think that the Nuggets will repeat. Now, they recently got their rings, which are saucy.
So
they
saucy.
killed those rings.
Pretty good.
I just think that, and this whole bit, like Nikola Jokic, the whole Nikola Jokic bit of him like having to work and like he really not wanting to work, and like NBA is just like his job is so crazy to me.
It's
and
so
just
funny.
like it's just so good. Like the regular season, he'll just breeze past.
Yeah.
And once playoffs come, it's go time. And I just think they're too good. I kind of agree with Davis. The Celtics will probably get there for the East.
I think they will.
Yeah. So I
They have a good
think
team.
if we get that in the finals, I'd be happy. Obviously, it's not my Lakers, but I'm being a realist here. My Lakers will not be there.
Yeah, not the highest of hopes right now in Tinseltown.
No.
Yeah.
Gold and purple. Ooh.
It's when you have guys like Austin Reeves, and I like Austin Reeves.
Austin Reeves. Yeah.
Austin Reeves
that's
all
not a
offseason
championship
was talking a mean golf game apparently.
I
I've
mean,
seen all those clips of him.
Not to bring her up again, but
Uh-oh.
I thought Austin Reeves was dating Taylor Swift for a little bit.
Whoa.
But this was months ago, months ago.
Okay.
Whoa.
And
Dang.
I remember talking to our former Sunrise producer Ryan Wilson about this because he was the one that brought it up to me that Taylor Swift was
Ryan
dating
Wilson.
Austin
Taylor
Reeves. This is
fan.
months ago, and I was like, well, please don't distract him.
Right.
You know, like maybe go date Jimmy Butler or something. And he was like, oh, that's not
Nice
gonna happen.
hair.
But you know, Tyler Hero's available.
Tyler Hero's out there.
Like,
Jimmy
please,
Buckets.
she's just taking my world.
I mean, she is
If
kind
she
of.
starts
kinda
dating
is,
like
yeah.
Mookie Betts, then I'm done with
I'm
her.
just
Can
ready
you-
for the songs.
I
Where are
know.
the songs at?
Can you
I'm-
imagine?
yo.
See if in the next year and a half
No.
she goes from 87
Nope.
to Austin Reeves
Nope.
to Mookie Betts. That's an entire album.
Yo,
That is
if
a whole
she dates
album.
3 athletes in the span of 1 year, like that's
I am so buying that
no,
album.
that's not. She can't do it, girl. Please.
It's an entire sports
In fact,
themed
like,
album.
I wouldn't wish that upon her.
That's
You know what
true.
I mean?
That
Like,
is
that's
a lot
so
on
much
her.
for you.
Yeah.
Like,
album
don't-
would
Yeah.
just be like their numbers, like just
Yeah.
87,
Yeah,
and
so
then
right. You are so right.
That's
each
a
one,
good one.
each
Yes.
one.
That's a good one, Davis.
Well,
You
just
are
stay
Swiftie.
tuned. There's a little T Swift thing at the end.
boy.
Yeah,
We-
stay tuned
it's,
for that.
It's become a reoccurring
bits.
bits
Yes.
in our shows that we
It
have to
definitely
mention.
has. It definitely.
Tavis or
Yeah.
the Swift Kelsey situation, but we will shift gears.
Now to something. Well, we're going from like a medium spherical like object
Oh, here we go.
to a very smaller
Oh, Davis.
spherical object. If
He's
you guys
back.
watched like 3
He's
episodes back, I'm of course referencing the sphere over in Vegas.
He
That
loves
was a good
bit.
that was a good transition.
That was a great
That
transition.
was a great
Yeah.
transition.
Yep.
I mean, it could have been better, but we miss you, Davis.
Yeah, we
Welcome
did-
I'm
we
back
did
at
miss
it.
this.
I'm
He's
back at it. I know you all miss me.
Yeah.
I know you all miss
It's
me.
okay.
He needed some
Yeah.
time to get reacclimated.
Yeah.
The way I would have done it is the
Ooh.
fact that, going from one sport that just started to another that's gonna
just
end
almost
soon,
over.
You know, wrapping
That's
up.
true.
We're
That's
kind of at the
true, yeah.
home stretch.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Here is. Oh wait,
Yeah.
did
Oh,
you have
wait,
another
Kyle,
one?
what was yours?
Oh.
You mentioned how the Nuggets got their rings.
Yes.
Yeah.
But those had some pretty big diamonds. But speaking of other diamonds,
Oh.
we head to the baseball
Kyle, you're a
diamond.
Speaking
diamond.
of diamonds, a diamond back.
The diamond bat.
We're on a roll
There
to-
are levels to this,
There-
folks.
Y'all gotta keep up.
Yeah,
You know what
we're
I mean?
moving.
We gotta keep
moving.
it pushing.
This is a no huddle offense.
But-
We're moving.
Oh,
2
we're
minute
calling
drill.
the audible here.
The 2
Oh,
minute
yeah.
drill.
Cross promotion.
Cross
true,
promotion,
this is
2 minute
true.
drill featuring Kyle Chinen and Cienna Pilotin.
Every Sunday on Instagram and
true.
online.
Yes.
But anywho,
Yeah, so we had some exciting week of baseball games. We had 2
Yep.
game 7s. That is like any sports fan dream come true. To even have 1 game 7 is like a win.
yeah.
They're more rare in baseball than they are in like hockey or
basketball.
Even
basketball.
basketball.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
I feel like basketball, we see a lot of game 7s.
mhm.
Not a lot,
Yeah.
but I mean compared to baseball, when you
Right.
get a game 7, that's
yeah, I
huge. And
agree
we
with
got
that.
2 in the same week. And
Blessed.
we were blessed. May I say I was wrong about both?
I did.
That was fun.
I did see you
Wow.
Yeah.
tweet out something
So,
about the Phillies.
I thought the Phillies were the best team in the league. I thought they were best team by a mile. I thought they were going to win it all.
Mm-hmm.
And though I am not a fan of this team, they're probably the most like least favorite in my book. The Astros, the cheaters.
Oh,
I thought
Ooh,
it was going to
ouch.
be Phillies Astros, and I was wrong about
I
both.
I think that's not exactly the hot. I mean, that's probably
not a hot take,
it's
yes.
majority of people
Yeah.
thought that's kind of how it was
wasn't
going
a
to shape
hot
up.
take, but I was very surprised at
Yeah.
this
Rangers,
with
like,
these 2 teams.
they beat the Astros. too.
Yeah.
Oh
11
man,
to 4.
it was crazy.
That's a statement win in the
that is a
great state of
statement win.
Texas.
So this is it's kind of an interesting World Series
Yeah.
because these are 2 teams that are not like, not to say profound, but it's not like the Yankees or the Dodgers
Right,
or the, you
right.
know, like it's not one of those teams. You're watching the Rangers and the Diamondbacks.
Yeah.
Which I'm not
Yeah.
complaining about, but
You know what it kind of feels like?
what?
You remember a couple years back when the Super Bowl was the Rams and the Bengals? It's just 2
Yes.
teams that you're just
Odd.
like,
it's kind
Two
of
teams
odd.
odd.
you didn't,
Yeah.
Yes,
didn't
you're not
expect.
mad at it. You're just like, I
Yeah.
didn't see that coming.
it's a big, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wonder how the viewership is going to be. I always wonder that, like
That's
these
what I'm
games that
saying.
don't have big name teams,
Yeah.
like
Yeah, especially if it's not like super fun.
Right.
If these games end up being like 1-0, I can't imagine the viewership being
Yeah.
that high, especially when you're competing against basketball and football season, college football. So
Yep.
in these games, if it's like a 6-7 game, then I could totally see the
Right.
ratings going up.
yeah.
It's also weird that the MLB lately have been scheduling a lot of weekday TV games, which is tough for people that work and you know, it's
yeah, baseball. They don't care. It's
Yeah.
just so
Yeah.
like this is how we've always done it.
they're a big traditional
Very
league. Yeah.
traditional.
Because like their draft this year was like on a Monday afternoon. Like same with like their Gold Glove
Yeah,
awards. It's
they
just like
truly
on
don't care.
random Tuesday at the end of the season.
Do
So
you guys have
Yeah.
any preference or team you would rather see? Because I know our very own Drew Davis is a Texas Ranger fan. He grew up in Texas.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, that's
right.
Congrats to him. He posted his baby pics
Aww.
supporting the Rangers. Yeah. So
Gotta
I mean,
have
I don't
him on.
have any super ties. I've been to a Diamondbacks game before once, and
Oh,
I've
really?
I haven't been to the Rangers game, but I've been to the Rangers stadium out in
Ooh,
Texas.
cool.
So I don't.
I honestly am not a baseball fan.
Me
gonna be
neither.
honest. In high school, there was always I don't know, at least for me, a very big rivalry between football players and baseball
Same.
players.
Mm-hmm.
It was
Absolutely.
kind
This
of
is true.
like, you know, us versus them. What's the better sport, you know, in a way. When it comes to baseball, I mean, like, I'm an LA guy. I've been to Dodger games.
Yes.
Get yourself a Dodger
Got a-
dog.
Yeah,
Good
Dodger dog. I was
Oh
really
my
there for the
goodness.
Dodger dogs.
I mean,
I don't
really,
blame you.
yeah.
The food there is amazing. at
Food
Dodger
there was
Stadium.
really good. So I really don't know too much about
Hey, me
either
neither.
team.
Me
I don't want
neither.
to say something wrong, so
I'm gonna
side
say-
with Drew. I'm supporting
Yeah,
Drew
okay.
here.
I'm
You know
also
what?
gonna
I'll
say
support Drew.
Rangers, not for Drew. Sorry, Drew. But for the fact that Corey Seager, who used to play for the Dodgers, plays on the Rangers, and I've always been a fan of him. So I'm just going to say
there you go.
Rangers.
Fair enough.
I grew up, so I have family in St. Louis, Missouri, and our family grew up as St. Louis Cardinals fans. So that's really the only baseball knowledge I have. I have a Yadier Molina jersey in my closet. But other than that, yeah, I think, with these, the last two series going to 7, I kind of predict that this one will probably go to 7 too if it stays.
I really hope so.
That would be kind of cool. That would be kind of cool.
I would rather watch more baseball, especially when I don't care about these teams, then let's have more baseball.
Yeah, more baseball.
Yeah, sure.
Go baseball.
All right, it is time for our fun segment in the show, and nothing more fun than one of our, most favorite people here, most discussed people here on the show. Guys, I'm talking about Taylor Swift.
Oh, no.
Cienna's already in the Chiefs jersey,
happy.
so she's already in the spirit for it. I have a fun story, guys, out of Ohio. Get ready for this. It might scare you at first glance. Here it is.
I'm scared. I'm terrified.
Oh my gosh.
What is that?
All right, guys, you are looking
real hair?
Yep. So this is.
Yep.
Yep. All right, so say hello to the Taylor Swiftkin. It is a 399-pound pumpkin. Her hair is made from over 9 wigs.
No.
The ears are sweet potatoes. And she even has a little football dedicated to her new boyfriend, Travis Kelce.
Man.
Taylor Swiftkin was created by Jeanette Paris of Dublin, Ohio. For 35 years, Jeanette has decorated pumpkins to look like celebrities. For her, the art is more than quirky fun. Guys, what do you think of this pumpkin?
If I was trick-or-treating and I rode up at this house, I would immediately I don't need the candy, girl. I'm good.
Run.
Next house.
I just can't believe the hair. Isn't that hair weird?
The hair is the weirdest part.
That's the weirdest
The
part.
pumpkin itself is
She
crazy.
put actual hair
but
on
the
that.
actual hair is wild.
It's insane. And also, what a shot at Travis Kelce just making him a football and like a little red bucket with 87 on
Right.
it.
Like, I would have liked this more if you made him, just as big next to her.
Right.
That would have been cute, like a couple.
Yeah, a couple of pumpkins in the patch.
Also,
but
this lady lives in Ohio.
Yep.
Like, girl, I mean, maybe you could have done like a Joe Burrow one. Like,
Right.
read the room a little bit.
I
Cincinnati.
can see that. I mean, Taylor Swift is the hot topic these days. I mean,
For whatever
The football
reason.
gotta go.
Yeah, the football.
That has to go.
just because it has that 87 on it.
Just because it looks like a nut.
It does. I don't know if the mic picked up the first time, but Cienna said, "Look at that almond," and I
It literally
cracked
looks
up.
like an almond / pecan.
The pecan.
I'm not sure if she's a football fan. Maybe she had to look up what a football looked like.
I mean,
to
she
create
probably is
that.
one of those that knows Taylor Swift and then
Wish I had this much time in the day.
right.
Like, the things I could do.
The amount of sports you could watch.
Right,
Yeah.
right. Then I'd start getting into like the minor
Yeah.
leagues and stuff.
The Triple A's and all
Right.
that.
Triple A's.
The G
Wait,
Leagues.
what? It says NPL. What does that mean?
National Pumpkin League?
You might be right.
I might be right. I don't know.
It's
I
an
don't think
NPL. So what else could it be?
You're totally right.
Yeah, I actually don't know.
That is
So she
kind of
known-
unsettling.
She is known for making celebrity pumpkins, like I was saying. Her largest pumpkin, though, was 2 years ago, named Ted Lassokin.
Oh, that's kind of
from the
cool.
show
Yeah.
Ted Lasso.
It's pretty cool.
And that weighed over 700
Jeez.
pounds.
That's crazy.
So this is something. I know she did like a Donald Trump one before
Oh.
too. So she kind of just goes for whatever is popular out there, I guess.
So
these
if she
days,
has the wigs for this hair, does that mean the Ted Lasso one had a real hair mustache?
I have to
I
look
wanna
at
see
it.
that now.
Actually, yeah, I have to look that up. I am not sure about that, but it also begs the question, where is she getting these pumpkins from? These are
Yeah, these are
like,
huge.
this is a big investment for.
She
what,
growing these in her backyard, like
400-pound pumpkin.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
She
Dang.
probably started a while ago because then you have to paint it.
right.
Yeah.
I mean, the wigs itself.
I mean,
That's-
like, she probably goes to, like, her local pumpkin patch, but she probably has, like, knows the farmer and, like, saves these ones to just
For her,
grow
yeah.
so
Yeah,
huge over the
yeah, I
years.
agree.
Like, and then she just goes to the local pecan store and grabs the football.
Right.
National Pecan Store.
The National Pecan League.
You might not be wrong. I love pecan pie.
Ooh.
I'm just
Ooh,
putting
that's
it out there. I
good.
know nobody cares.
No,
Yep.
I mean, Thanksgiving is coming up, too.
My favorite.
Yeah.
We will get
Yeah.
into a full debate about that when it is time.
Yes.
But I will
Yep.
say pecan pie, sweet potato
Good.
pie.
Yeah.
So good.
I agree.
So
Every
good.
time.
Pumpkin pie is a big one for me too.
I
I don't know.
love
I don't know.
pumpkin
Pumpkin
how to-
pie.
Okay. All right.
But like for
Apple
some
pie,
reason,
any pie.
only in the month of November will
really?
I eat pumpkin pie.
Wow.
It's just
Oh
never.
my
Well,
God, I
first off, it's never like around in general until
I
November.
literally saw it the other day at the grocery store. I saw a piece of pumpkin pie. It was at Safeway. It was just like the individual ones with whipped cream. And I mean, it didn't look that great, but like I just got into the mood. I was like, I have to have pumpkin pie now.
Yep.
I will agree. Not pumpkin pie. You know those pumpkin squares?
Those are good.
Ooh.
Those
yeah.
are
Yeah.
super good.
Those are
with-
good.
Oh.
Well,
Or
all this food is kind of making me hungry.
yeah.
Me too.
And guys, you know what also is making me hungry? Some Halloween treats.
Oh, my
Ooh, some trick or
favorite.
treats.
Some trick or treats. And that brings us to our very last section is what is your guys' favorite Halloween treats?
Sienna, would you like
What
to
is
go
your
Oh,
go-to?
first?
wait,
Top-
I need to think a little
Sorry,
bit.
top,
Sorry.
top three.
Sorry.
I can start.
Oh, yeah,
Alright,
go ahead.
Davis,
Give,
All right,
give
take
us
it
your
away.
Give you
top
guys some
three.
time. All right, so I'll start off with number 3 and we'll work our way up.
Okay.
So, number 3 has to be Snickers.
Ooh.
Okay.
Big Snickers guy.
Okay.
Big Snickers guy. Number 2, I'm not sure how everyone feels about it. Candy corn.
Davis.
I love candy corn. We've had this debate.
We've had this debate.
2 weeks
Okay.
ago when you were gone. I'm all for it. Kyle needs to grow up.
I'm
Are
not,
you not a candy corn?
I'm not a hater.
Whoa.
I'm just not a liker. Like,
Okay.
My mom sent me a spooky basket.
ooh.
And
A
in it-
spooky
yes,
basket. Is
in
that like a
it-
care package?
Basically, yes.
Okay, all right.
And it was candy corn, and that was my favorite treat. I've been snacking on it every night, just a little bit, so I can
Wow.
get me through, this time.
All right. Okay.
Like I said, I have nothing. There's a lot of haters out there that will say bad things
Okay,
about
but
it.
you
I don't
are
say
one.
I don't say bad things about them. I just think that
You're not a fan.
me as the chubby kid going around Mililani as a child trick or treating,
Oh my gosh.
I'm going for different candies than say a bag of candy corn.
Okay.
Just saying.
Okay, all
Okay,
right.
Davis,
all right.
finish
Yeah,
yours.
finish
I
yours.
know
Sorry.
you
I'll wrap
actually-
it up.
Sorry,
I'll
sorry.
wrap it
actually
up.
want-
Sorry.
Number 1, I'll just finish it, is Reese's peanut butter cups.
Ooh.
That's a hot take
yes.
for me.
Yeah.
I know it's a sensitive subject.
I'm allergic to peanut butter.
You're
so
oh,
yeah,
no.
I've never had one in my life, but I've
Okay,
heard great
all
things
right.
about it, and that's solid list.
It's a solid
tasty.
I
list.
mean, I
It's
can't
tasty.
eat 2/3 of your list, but
The one makes up for it.
yeah.
The one makes up for it. Well, yeah. Sienna, what can
Yeah.
you eat?
What is
Okay,
your list?
so mine are. Oh, okay. So third is Kit Kat.
Ooh,
All
that's
right,
a
I can
good
dig
one.
that. Yeah.
Second is Twix.
Okay.
Okay.
My first is 100 Grand Bar. Those are my favorite.
Wow.
Have you guys not had
I've
those
I thought
before?
personally-
I thought
I've
candy
never-
corn was gonna be.
Well, okay. I like candy corn as like a good like candy, but if
Yeah.
we're talking about like I'm going trick or treating, what do I want to find in my bag? It's those 3.
Fair enough.
That's
Fair
a good.
enough.
I've never personally had 100 grand bar,
They're
but I'm not.
so
Have
good.
to.
What's
We'll
in
get
it?
you
They're
some.
so
It's
good.
like caramel, right?
Yeah.
So it's like caramel
Ooh.
with like, what is those little like things called? Like those little wafers.
Oh,
It's almost
yeah.
like a Twix.
Okay.
but
It's almost
better.
But
yeah.
better.
It's almost like a
Okay.
Twix, but like
Because-
extra caramel and
Yes,
chocolate.
Got-
more
Gotcha,
caramel.
gotcha.
Caramel.
Oh,
I say caramel.
I say.
Okay.
You know what? It's so funny. I say caramel for everything except for the corn. So I say caramel corn.
caramel corn.
But I
Caramel
say
corn.
I say caramel everything
Oh.
else.
I know
shit.
everyone has a different take.
Yeah.
I'm a caramel, and I know people say caramel.
I
All
know.
right, Davis. But yes, we gotta get you some 100 Grand
Yes,
bars.
I am.
my
Look at me. I'm
favorite.
down to try candy.
Oh.
Yeah.
Right, your turn.
I mean, but okay. So I have a feeling that you guys will not enjoy my number 3, but Number 3 for me is an Almond Joy.
An Almond Joy?
Yeah,
An
those
Almond
gotta
Joy.
go.
I
Yeah, that's
love
not-
Almond Joys.
That
I love
is-
coconut.
Oh.
Those
Gee.
are so disgusting, dude.
Come on,
That's
guys.
the one that like they give it to you and you're just like, oh, thank you, but almost like
Usually, like, give it to
they
my
can-
little brother.
Yeah, like we're tossing it.
I
Mom can have it.
personally just really like an Almond Joy, and I will
I
stand by that.
Appreciate a friend who likes Almond Joy growing up because
You can trade.
I give them all like
You just
I'm
trade for it?
robbing you
yeah,
blind.
robbing you blind. Yeah. I'll take it on the shins for that one. But number 2, I will say, is a Kit Kat. I do love a good
Solid.
Kit Kat.
Yeah, that's good.
Do you
Excuse me.
eat it like you break it or you bite it?
So when when
there's one answer.
oh no, like normally I break it off piece by piece and I
Yes.
eat it.
Yeah.
But there are instances, like say I go to the gas station, I'm like, oh, Kit Kat sounds nice. I get the big like 4
And
row.
you go,
You bite it.
I go
like a
full,
sandwich?
I go full psychotic, and I'm one hand is steering, the other is holding the Kit Kat,
Also-
and
Oh
I
my
eat it.
Gosh.
I make a big chunk on the corner, so I hit every single one. It's psychotic, and I know I have an
that's
issue with it.
crazy.
But-
I'm way too like OCD to be doing stuff
Right.
like that.
Yeah,
But I definitely
I can respect that.
Kit Kat number 2, and then number 1.
Oh boy.
Okay, what do we got?
It's not that exciting because
Okay.
it's a Twix. I love Twix.
Yeah,
Twix
Twix
is
is
good.
good.
I
Twix is
love
good.
Twix.
I
Yeah.
do think if you like Twix that much, you'll really like 100 gram.
Okay.
bar.
I
Yeah.
think you would like
Yeah.
100. Yeah.
I
I feel like I need to put 100 now in my list because now
Right?
I'm thinking of
It's
how
so
good
good.
that tastes.
They
It's
are.
just-
They
and
sound
because
really
it's
good.
so rare, when you get
It
one,
is, yeah.
it's like you won the lottery.
Mm,
Like you'll
okay.
be getting for every like
Yep.
10 Twix bars you get, you'll get 100 grand,
Yeah.
and that's like
Yeah.
you want at life.
What are some of the candies that like you'll get in a bag trick or treating that you're not mad at, but you're not your favorite? Like an honorable mention.
I mean, I always appreciate an M&M.
Yeah.
Like,
I was
I'm not-
about to
you know
say
what?
Yeah.
M&Ms.
It's
Yeah.
something that
I
like if
was-
someone gives it to you, I'm not jumping in the air,
Right.
but also while
Yeah.
I'm eating it, I'm like, this is a good snack.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It's like not as special
Right.
as like 100 grand,
Yeah.
but it's like
Solid.
it's still okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a solid candy.
It does suck though that the Halloween size ones are just like 6 pieces in that little baggie.
small.
So
Yeah.
small. I will say, I think a Crunch Bar is kind of underrated. I just like the
Crunch bar.
the blue
Yeah, those are
wrapper.
good.
I just like the little texture
can see it.
to
I
it.
don't like how thin it is.
That is true. It's
a wee
paper
little
thin.
guy. Yeah.
It's a wee little guy.
A wee little guy. Oh my goodness. Never been into the sour candies though. Like
Really?
I
like
love
nerds
sour
or
candy.
or like the little
Wow.
gummy things. Yeah, chocolate.
Like Sour Patch?
yeah, I'm never
not
not a Sour Patch guy.
I love
I'm
Sour Patch. Yeah.
Always a chocolate guy when it comes to sweets.
I also
Okay.
love when people give Swedish fish.
oh,
Swedish
those
fish
are
are good.
good.
That's
yeah.
really-
yeah.
that's a good one.
It's a
for
good
me.
one.
It's a solid one.
Yeah.
Or you ever have those houses where they give the Welsh's gummy snacks and you're just like, thanks.
Yeah, I had someone's house give me grapes before. I was like-
No. That is a sin on Halloween.
and like in their Ziploc, who touched those?
Oh my! Individually.
Yeah.
packed.
That's just not. That's not right.
No.
I mean, not to put you guys on the spot, but like, what are you guys' plans for Halloween? I know that you guys are homeowners now. Are you gonna
Oh
pass out
yeah.
candy?
Trick or treats.
You know, we do have like a nice. I have seen like some nice families in the neighborhood, so I'm sure.
Kids will come.
Yeah, I'm sure
Yeah.
kids will come.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
we might do that, which is weird to say. It's weird to say like, oh yeah, I could do that at my house now. So
That's so cool.
that's kind
I know.
of that's kind of cool. Yeah, we'll probably do that. We'll have to see. I
Hey,
like these outfits. Though.
I know.
mean, these
yeah.
are like
you
good
should
keep
costs.
it. Let's keep it for
I think
Tuesday.
we'll just have to
Yes.
keep it for
Yeah.
Tuesday then.
Davis,
I
you
don't
have
know.
your homeowner moment when you open the door and you see Spider-Man. You go, "What are you supposed to be?" And the kid is just standing there like,
What are you?
He's like, what?
What are
he
those?
goes, "I'm Spider-Man."
So cute.
And then you're like,
Yes.
"Oh, this is a good question too. Now that you
Okay.
are probably gonna trick or treat or have trick or treaters around, are you a one candy per bag, or you gonna go?
Ooh.
There are some houses that like grab the
See,
bowl.
it depends. depends where you live,
Yeah,
too.
that is
'Cause
very true.
Yeah.
I always was like, that's just a lot of money because I grew up in a neighborhood where every house had kids. There were like multiple kids,
Yeah,
and
that's
each house
true.
had like 4 kids.
Right.
So you didn't have enough money to be giving out huge handfuls. But if you live in like
Yeah.
the neighborhood I live in now, a lot of more older people, less trick or treaters.
Right.
You can give a big
Right,
scoop.
right.
That's true.
So
I
don't
think
know.
I think our neighborhood is kind of like small enough that I would be giving out more pieces because I
Right.
know growing up how much I like that when
Yeah.
people would just be
Yes.
really
It's a big win.
generous with
Right?
that
Yeah,
candy
yeah.
to give you that little extra, maybe like 2 scoops.
Yeah.
Oh.
2 scoops.
Or maybe let's go like 1.5. You
Yes.
know,
It
not
also
too
depends.
generous.
Cute.
If it's like
Yeah.
at the end of the night too, when they're
Oh.
trying to,
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
done
yeah.
giving out.
Jumping.
Like
It
Mine-
depends
Take
on
it.
how good of an outfit too.
That
Like if
is
it's a
true.
really complex outfit, hey, I'll give you like 3
like
scoops.
a
I get it.
homemade one.
Homemade
If
one.
you see
That's
Taylor
a winner.
Swift and Travis Kelce, don't come a knocking. I'm not giving you candy.
She's turning off the light.
She's turning
locking
off
the
the
door.
light.
We're closed.
Sorry, we're out.
But
And then you eat a Twix bar. In
Yeah,
their face.
yeah.
oh my goodness.
Oh my god.
I
That's
always
my.
look for-
What are you
oh,
guys
sorry.
doing? Oh no, I was just gonna ask. What are you guys doing? Or what?
I mean, okay, so it's a Tuesday.
Yeah.
I don't really know what's going on in my world. Not the biggest Halloween person.
Okay. All right.
As a kid, this was like big, but it's just one of those things as you grow up and
Yeah.
now you're working, it's a Tuesday night.
Right.
Like, I don't know what I'm going to be doing.
That's true too. Like, and then my new place in Kaneohe is like a actual neighborhood. So I don't know if
Cute.
Nice.
I'm gonna be.
You should pass out candy.
Yeah,
You
I
should
might.
pass out candy.
I haven't seen like the neighbors out at all, so I don't know if there's any like kids around.
I'm sure
but
there are.
but yeah, I'll have a little bowl out. Me and my roommate probably passing it out.
Are you we'll leave a bowl out the door?
Ooh,
Because
that's a good
kids
question.
like me will take advantage of that. Don't do it.
Kids like us.
Yes.
We go full Willy Wonka and go take all the candy,
Oh, if
all
you
the
leave a bowl
chocolate.
out there, girl, I'm taking the bowl too.
Yeah,
the whole
take the
thing.
chair. Take the.
yeah, yeah.
At that point, isn't the garage anything in the garage is free game?
I'll be walking out with soccer balls.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, new cleats. Could use those. But no, I mean, definitely, maybe to an extent, I'm definitely not just going to leave it out there and be like, write a sign like, please take one, because that's never going to happen. So, like, you go out
They're
there
not
for
gonna
a little
listen
bit
to that.
early. But, like, if you need to go do something, I have no problem just kind of leaving it there and just trusting the process. But then you got to come out towards the end. and
Trusting the
You gotta trust
process.
the process.
You got to trust the process.
Yeah.
Um,
Absolutely.
Were you the type? I mean, I know we all have siblings here. Were you guys immediately when you guys get home in the living room floor just
Yeah. That
Oh,
was
yeah,
the best.
totally.
wheeling and dealing?
Yeah.
Like
Yep.
the trade deadline was coming up and you're
Oh,
trying to
it
make
was
moves.
huge. I'll give you Jerry Judy for
Right.
like it was
Yeah,
big
yeah,
Right.
time.
yeah.
Like I know you don't like those sour candies, so let me pick him up off the waivers, take him off your hands.
Yes.
No need compensation.
Yeah.
So like
That was the
I
fun
totally agree.
part.
Yeah. That was definitely
It was.
a good era.
I was kind of a mean older brother. I would just I
Oh.
would just take like my brother's Skittles or
Cole,
like
are
something
you
if
listening?
you get that in there.
No.
Cole.
And I was just that type of guy growing up.
So you were
Now
just
yeah,
Bill Belichick being greedy.
basically.
greedy GM.
a greedy GM.
Unreal. All right, guys, that's a flag on the play. Feels a little bit like a delay of game. We went a little long, but it was super fun. Obviously, it's our Halloween episode.
Yeah.
Thanks again so much for listening, and I hope you watched to see these amazing costumes.
These are pretty good, guys. These
Yeah.
are pretty good.
It's a good setup. We got QB1, and then I
So-
mean,
My friends.
yeah, I was about to say, I didn't
QB1
want to
and-
say it.
Yeah.
Oh,
As a
these
Chiefs
are my
fan,
friends
QB1 and
right here.
friends.
These
Yeah.
guys bail me out.
Arguably, the reason.
I'm just kidding, guys.
Are you?
Wow.
No,
I don't know.
I'm not. I love the refs. The refs love me.
The refs do love 15.
Yeah, the refs
They-
do love 15. Yeah.
They do love 15. But anywho, thank you so much. Be sure to check this one out on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, wherever you get the rest of our HNN podcasts. And be sure to check out the video version, like I said, on our YouTube channel. Again, thank you so much for watching. We'll see you next week. Aloha.